Hey, welcome back to the Mr. Excel podcast. It's Friday, and I really apologize. I shouldn't do hard math on a Friday, but this is one of the harder ones we've talked about before. There is a great function in Excel called the square root function, SQRT. Take the square root of any number. If you have 64, what's the square root? That's 8. That means 8 times 8 is 64. Now, that's great for square roots. But what if you need to take the cube root or the fourth root or the 17th root? Well, it turns out that if you want to take the square root of a number, that is really the same algebraically as raising the number to the 1/2 power. So this formula here equal B3 caret, which is the shift 6, we talked about that yesterday when we were doing exponents, and then in parentheses 1/2 is the same as taking a square root. So you see we get the same answer there, and if in your head you know that 1/2 is the same as 0.5, you're more than welcome to use B4 raised to the 0.5 power. So for square roots, you can either use the built-in function or any of those tricks. Once you get to cube roots, though, there is no built-in function for a cube root, so you're going to have to use the raising to a fractional power. To figure out the third root of the number 125, we use equal B7 raised to the, in parentheses, 1/3 power. At 1/4, again, you have two choices. You can either raise it to the 1/4 power or simply raise it to 0.25. In general, though, I like to raise it to the fractional power. That way, if you have to do something like, the 17th root, we can take the number and raise it to 1 over the number 17. And you have to put those in parentheses. The reason we have to put it in parentheses is that Excel always does the exponents before it does the division and multiplication. And so in this case, it would actually get the wrong answer. It would take B15 raised to the first and then later divided by 17, which would be wrong. So when you're doing roots, make sure to raise the number to the 1 over the root power and include that in parentheses. Thanks for stopping by. We'll see you on Monday for another podcast from Mr. Excel.